We were a large, big, happy family that we chose a lifestyle where my husband worked and I stayed home and took care of the kids and homeschooled the babies.
I'm one of 9. I'm the baby boy, got a little sister, and then everybody else is older than me.
So growing up, it wasn't always like the most stable atmosphere for us, I guess.
My dad left when I was around like 8. After that, didn't have a father figure, so I just looked up to my brothers a lot.
For my older brothers and siblings, like those were our role models growing up, and they invested their times into drugs and, living like more of a party lifestyle, which we have family troubles at home, so it's understandable not, talking bad about anybody. But those are the people that we looked up to.
Things were super tight for us.
Our family was extremely poor.
And my mom had to figure out how to get things that we needed. We were at a point where we didn't have any toilet paper.
And one day the youth group was having a Christmas party where they had rolls and rolls of toilet paper that they're just pulling off for this fun little game and throwing it all over the gym. And me, being the resourceful single mom, was like, pick those up and put them in a bag because we're taking them home, we're gonna use them, we're not wasting that toilet paper.
So I had to bag it up in trash bags and bring it out to the car so we could have toilet paper at the house.
If we wanted something, we had to go out and work for it. We were doing paper routes when we were young, probably younger than 12. He must have been 8, 9 at the time when we were doing those.
Shopping guide routes, working for neighbors, working landscaping jobs.
Helping out wherever we could to make some cash under the table.
Anything they could do to provide for the family, but provide for the things that they wanted. So if they wanted basketball shoes, that meant they had to go find some place to work to get the money to buy basketball shoes.
But my mom, she did the best she could, took care of all of us. Seeing all the things she had to go through, we had to go through a lot, but she had to go through more and just keep a smile on her face, find a way to get us food and clothes and things like that, no matter what. She's the strongest woman I know, so.
I think that he knew that he had a mom that was his biggest cheerleader and always had his back no matter what. And, there's this little saying that goes, just because they breathe. And that's how I want to love my kids. Whether Noah does great, amazing things that the world applauds, or whether Noah comes back to Reed Road and hangs out with us, just because he breathes, I'm desperately in love with him and will always be his biggest cheerleader.
So Ben, he's a couple years older than me, and my whole life, he's the one that got me playing basketball.
Growing up, Noah really didn't play basketball. I think he was about in 8th grade when he became interested.
I didn't even really know what basketball was because we didn't have TV or anything like that. So he figured that out, and he bought some basketballs, and he'd just be on the road for hours just dribbling. And I'd always look out the window and be like, dang, he's having so much fun. I want to do this.
We invested our time into basketball instead of living that party lifestyle, and doing things that maybe weren't healthy choices. And I think that we really bonded together over that, and it became more of an addiction. There's times that, we'd be driving to Binghamton to go visit my brother, and it's only 2.5 hours away, and we'd have to stop halfway through the trip to go play ball because, had that knack inside you, and you had to do it,
I would do my school, and then around 1-ish, we would just play basketball until 7, 8. That's all we did. Come in, eat a little food, go back out until 10 o'clock, and then go to sleep and just repeat.
We built a court in the backyard that we used to play at, and then in the wintertime when it got too cold, we'd either do ball handling drills in the basement for hours, or we'd go into the barn, we'd put a little hoop in there, and the roof was low, so you had to shoot low, but, and we found a place to play regardless, we had to.
It wasn't until Noah was a senior when coaches and other people began approaching me saying, hey, I think this kid could go to college and play some ball. That was kind of out of my zone, so I wasn't even looking at that.
I played at Niagara for 1 year, then I transferred, went to Detroit for 2.
So after he did that, I feel like he's just kept on escalating himself and saying, all right, well, I made it here, but I want to make it to a higher level.
When I got my offers from Bonnie's, my mom really wanted me to stay there and my family, just because my mom has never been to one of my college games before. And that's one thing I've always wanted her to do, is come to see one of my games, because she's one of my role models. And she was like, hey, I'll be able to come to the games finally. It's close by. I think you should go there. But I couldn't sleep. After I committed, I couldn't sleep for a week. I decided not to go there. But overall, they really supported me. And they told me, you got to do what's best for you and what's best for your career.
When he got the offer from BYU, you can definitely tell that he was hyped. You know, he didn't want to show it all the way because, like I said, he still thought he was at that level. But once he actually got it, that's when he could think, all right, I'm at that level. You know what I mean?
It wasn't a struggle for him to say, this is where I want to go. It was a struggle for him to say, this is a long way from home. So I think Noah counted the cost and realized that if his goal is to do as well as he can at basketball so that he can help his family and others, then he had to make the step.
BYU's got their first lead. Waterman's first bucket as a Cougar.
We are super excited to have Noah Waterman a part of BYU basketball. Every single day, I actually really enjoy seeing his 6'10" frame, actually 6'11", he corrects me every time, with a big smile on his face.
You know, he can really shoot the ball. He's got a high IQ. He can really pass the ball. Good decision maker.
He was kind of a no-brainer from his skill set standpoint and his skill-size combination. So he really kind of plugged the perfect hole for us, and we're fortunate to have him.
I think he's
You look good.
Let's go, B.
What's up, Mark?
I think you ever get out of plane.
Yeah, I know.
Ever.
Are you surprised?
Mm-hmm.
You had any idea?
It is so crazy that I am here. As you know, I've had 11 head injuries in 4 years, which has completely disabled me. I don't go anywhere without a cane and headphones and glasses and all that. But you can see today, I am here to support you and bless you because it means everything to me. This is such a joy for me. I haven't seen one of your games ever in person.
Yeah.
And wow, I'm so happy.
I know. I'm glad you guys are here.
You remember growing up, we played on the freaking blacktop in front of the little country road, you know, and now this has been the dream the whole time. You know what I mean? We always talked about making like this, and now you made it, bro. You know what I mean? To this level, you can't get complacent with that mindset at the same time either, you know? Like, you know you're a dog and you can make it out, you know? And you know you can be successful at this if you want to be.
Yeah.
You just got to believe that, prove it to yourself and prove it to everyone else, but more importantly, yourself, you know?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, bro.
Yeah.
Freaking take it in. Like, this is your dream, you know what I mean?
It's surreal, for real.
Yeah.
Having like 19,000 people at your game.
Well, you know, Noe, I personally am super proud of you. You know your family is super proud of you. We got your back. We're your biggest cheerleaders, and we're your biggest support. Family is everything, just like you always say with that tattoo on your arm. And that's why we came out here today, to support you and bless you and love you and just show up. You know what? No matter what you do in the world, I'm proud of you. No matter what you do.
Yeah.
But I'm really proud to be sitting here next to you, watching you live out your dream and taking steps to go forward. I'm super proud of that. I love you.
Love you too, man.
So my biggest highlight is definitely committing to play Division I basketball. And the reason why is because I'm a step closer to becoming a professional athlete and taking care of my family, because that's the main goal.